What's up YouTube? Steve and Medhurst out here, topping Oceanics with good old Spider Venture. You know, the good old token collectors, you know? Yeah. Where they at? No, I'm kidding. So I topped 32. So I played Spider Venture. So let's get into it. So we played 3 brew, 3 jet, 1 carrot, 1 word. Pretty standard. Don't need more explanation for this one, to be honest. We played the fog engine. Pretty standard. Pretty much every spy list is playing soft fog in modern tournament. I guess the little spice is plays a zombie. So it's just a really good normal summon for Venture. So when you just go normal summon plague, you search the equip, then you can do full combo with Needle Fiber without even using any spike cards if you just don't draw it and stuff like that. I actually played hand traps, so I played 2 Diddy Crow, 2 Veiler, 2 Ogre, 2 Ash, 3 Nib, and 3 Imperm. Reason why I played hand traps is because I expect every game I get Dark Lord, and honestly, I actually did get Dark Lord every single game, I felt like. So these guys are just basically stopping my opponent from playing 2, and then if they can't clear the board, I'll just kill them next turn. So Nibiru was probably the best hand trap because it cleared almost every board, because no one would respect it, and everyone would always summon Gigantic Spire on the 5th summon. I just Nibiru, and yeah, pretty much came every single time. So this is my adventure package, pretty standard. Honestly, if you're not playing these ones, I don't know what you're doing with the adventure package. Pretty standard. Griffin, Enchantress. Enchantress is cool with soft fog because you can just discard her and get a free search for the lights. Pretty easy. So this is my spells. 3 starter, 3 smasher, 3 pot, 1 foolish. Foolish can also start the combo with plague. You can just put a card to the top. Also make Needle Fiber with it. Any sometimes you'll draw weird hands where you have DD Crow and a bunch of hand traps and no way to get into your spy combos. So you draw foolish, you just send plagues as a zombie. You just put it to the top. Then you summon any monster. You just make Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber gets you into Gigantic Spire. Gigantic Spire gets you into spy combo. Okay, so for the extra deck, once I get it. So we played all these. So we played Toad for obvious reasons. Probably best card right now. 2 Gigantic Spire, 1 Sky Cav. I think I made this guy twice and won. Pretty much just making good old boy Zeus. Shout out to Ali because he's a Zeus to me. And the other ones are pretty standard. I played Armorage because you need Armorage for the plays of zombie. You go into him, and then you just go into Needle Fiber, and you do full combo basically. And then I played IP2 just to do the other spice card I played. Dark Charmer, 2 Elf because I didn't need the 3rd one. A lot of people were playing 3, but it never really came up. 2 was always fine. I think 1 game it did come up, but I ended up just winning with my boy Zelboss. This was the tech card, I guess, because a lot of people wouldn't expect Spike to play Zelboss. Everyone was just expecting Danger Tears to play Zelboss. It's pretty nutty card actually, because you go IP and Elf. You can literally just go Elf effect, target any level 2. Then you chain IP. So when you summon Zelboss, you just summon under the zone and just banishes the whole field. It won me a lot of games actually on the weekend. And played Unicorn Access. Honestly, barely made these guys. I think the one time I did make Access Talker, probably could have made Zelboss instead. So maybe not play these 2 in the future. But the kind of theory was Unicorn just to stop any spy combo or any danger monsters, and Access to beat over weird, I don't know, Ananista cards. Like if someone played Ananistas, I couldn't really beat over unless I had like Access Stalker. So that's kind of the theory behind it. To the side deck, it's a bit weird, this one. Well, the first 6 cards are not weird. It's 3 Evilly, 3 Dark Aura. Honestly, MVP of the weekend. So I actually did open Evilly quite a bit with Dark Aura. I guess the combo, or whatever you want to call it, is you just Dark Aura them and you just go Evilly match, and then you banish like the whole board. And a lot of people didn't play around this, so they just assume you just Dark Aura and just not out their board. But I would have just got Dark Aura and Evilly match, and then they basically only have like Soft Fog in hand or like 1 Spike Monster, and then you just search for smashes, and smashes just end the game. We also played the Sanctum package. Honestly, probably the worst side card because I barely ever resolved it. Like I always sided in, I just never saw it. But the theory's there, like you just want to stop anything they're doing, basically, and I feel like a lot of people wasn't playing any hand traps too. The only out to this was like drop it or imperm, but you would never like Sanctum to walk into the imperm because you always summon the Scythe under Elf, so the Elf doesn't negate. So the imperm doesn't get targeted by the Scythe, so the Scythe will always resolve under Elf. And that's kind of the theory behind it. I played Red Reaper, pretty standard, honestly. I never drew it, so can't really tell you how I did. Plankatops, drew it twice, won me both games. Literally just 1 card against any Spike Mirror. Played this card, you already know why. Feather Duster, just any back row deck. And I guess the 1 tech card, Shoutout to Justice, Anti-Spell Fragrance. So I actually did draw this 1 card in my round, I think round 7. And I flipped the Anti-Spell and he kind of just scooped it up because he drew like 5 spells. And he just couldn't do anything. So the theory was also like we could have played Trap Trick, but the reason why we didn't play Trap Trick is like we rather see a more powerful card than just the Trap Trick itself that just gets your Sanctum. Sometimes Anti-Spell will just end their game. I know a lot of people would have opted for the Trap Trick because it just guarantees like 5 of these, but sometimes I actually just wanted to see something that actually stop Dark Aura because that was like the most scary card of the format right now. And yeah, that's about it. My shout outs to the boys, to Ali, Michael, Seb, Justice. Shout out to the people at home. And yeah, that's about it.
And you gotta give us a smile. That's it.